Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We are going to have an awesome, amazing show as per usual, but this is a very ultra talented artist and can't wait to kick off the weekend with this wonderful, wonderful woman. And she goes by Menna. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Good. How are you? It's
Good.
well, past the 5 o'clock hour over where
No
you're at.
cheers yet?
We're gonna
Yeah.
have to kick this off
Cheers.
the
Cosmic
five
cheers.
o'clock style. It's 5 o'clock
Mm.
somewhere, especially during the pandemic. Doesn't matter what time it
It's 5 o'clock anytime, really, now.
is.
Time is a construct more than ever.
Absolutely. Blue pill or red pill?
Blue.
Blue. And why?
I don't really wear a lot of red. I like blue because the cool tones bounce off my hair.
Fair enough. There you go. Yeah, I think I lean a little bit more towards the blue also.
Yeah. Yeah.
From good old Tennessee. Are you in the
Yeah.
Nashville area?
Nashville, Tennessee. That's right.
Cool. Have you been there since, I don't know,
I've
7 months ago when
Oh
the
yeah,
pandemic
yeah, yeah,
started?
yeah. I definitely have. Which is funny because we were kind of homebodies before then, but now I'm not this much of a homebody. Like, come on.
I
You know what
know.
you're
I
like,
know.
I miss, I don't know, strangers. I miss strangers.
I miss the just electric, like energetic sort of feeling when you're in a sweaty crowd of strangers at a
Yeah,
concert and everyone's
yeah,
like crying and laughing and just
yeah.
like you're making friends, and whether it be
Exactly.
in line for the porta potty at a festival or
Yes, exactly. I
whatever.
love strangers. Like my
I
mom raised
know.
me like that. Like she would always say hi to everyone next in line in the grocery store, and so and now if you say hi to a stranger, they're like, "Get away from me."
Right. So you
So
grew up with your mom, instead of saying like don't talk to strangers, she was like talk to strangers.
I
Do
don't know
it.
if she expressly told us, but she led by example of being super friendly human.
Good. Good, good, good. What was your first job?
My first job was as an intern at an interior design company, which meant I was in a warehouse. They would show us paintings from art.com and we would knock them off.
There you go.
Getting
Perfect.
minimum wage to knock off art.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, first jobs are weird. And then you like end up
And you're
where
like,
you're
is
meant to
that
be.
legal?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I know. You're like 13. Like, I think my first job was, I was like 12 babysitting other like youngins. And it's like,
Oh my gosh.
should I have been 12 getting paid to
Dude,
not
that is
really
wild.
supervise?
I dodged that bullet. I think my mom thought I was not mature enough. She never babysat someone across the street like twice, and I was like, "Mom, no, never again. I
And when
can't."
you're like a little kid, you're like, they're 4 years younger than me. They're so
Right? What's
annoying.
authority even mean? Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so excited that you're joining us today. Happy almost weekend, by the way.
Yeah, ready.
I'm ready to kick it off. So if you want
Yes, it's
to kick
here.
it off with, I don't know if you want to do just a song or if you want to just do a couple back to back, either
Yeah,
way.
let's do that.
Cool.
Let's do that.
Men, everybody.
Better time in our lives. Getting dressed for the rally, headed down to the valley in disguise. Made it down to bare legs. We finished sipping on the dregs, now we're caught up in the hush of bated breath. Oh, everybody knows. Don't go down that mountainside, even though the lights look pretty. Now the wolves are out for blood tonight, and bad things happen in the city. Bad things happen in this city, child, where the streets are gold, but the dark runs wild. Don't go down that mountainside, 'cause bad things happen in this city. night, even though the lights look pretty. Said the wolves are out for blood tonight, and bad things happen in the city. Bad things happen in the city, child, where the streets are gold, but the dark runs wild. Don't go down that mountainside, 'cause bad things happen, bad things happen. Oh, 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 oh. So don't go down that mountainside, even though the lights look pretty. Said the wolves are out for blood tonight, and bad things happen in the city. Bad things happen in the city, child, where the streets are gold, but the dark runs wild. Don't go down, don't go down, don't go down, 'cause bad things happen. Bad things happen. Bad things, bad things, bad things, bad things, bad things happen in this city. So that song, I'm just gonna speak on it because it kind of feels relevant. That was actually like inspired. Me and my friend Ryan Creamer wrote it, and we just wrote like a folk song from the perspective of rural parents, of which we may have been born to, and just the like one time my dad said, don't move to California and like become a Democrat. And I think that's, I don't know. So that was just like that cautionary tale, and just like the way that parents try to protect or control, their kids. But anyway, so that was written from a mom. This wine is really good, by the way. I don't know what it is, but it's tasty. So this next song is a love song. Even my love songs are a little dark though, so this is a love song about the feeling of riding on the back of a motorcycle. My husband has a bike, and I love to ride on the back, but I prefer to ride on the back versus him riding alone, because if he rides alone and gets in an accident, then I lose him. But if we get in an accident together, at least I don't lose him. We both die. It's so dark, but that's how I write a love song. I don't need no tattoo of your name on my chest to get you under my skin. Just see you rise and fall with every single breath. I don't need no million roses to notice your motives. Feel these explosions when I already know it. 'Cause nothing can stop us, and nothing can change this. And nothing on earth, as far as you search, could ever replace this. I'm more than just love you. It's deeper than oceans. When we're down to the wire, feeling the fire. Know that you know when I ride, you ride. When I fly, you fly. Hold you closer. If you die, I die. You'll be my getaway car, I'll be your cover. Shotgun, I smoke and swear we'll never leave each other. When I ride, you ride. When I ride, you ride. Baby, if you're falling, I will follow you down. If you crash, then I'll burn. If the ship is going under, then I'll drown. When our bodies are just traces, we'll be woven through spaces. Can't erase this, this love will be famous. 'Cause nothing can stop us, and nothing can change this. And nothing on earth, as far as you search, could ever replace this. I'm more than just love you. It's deeper than oceans. When we're down to the wire, feeling the fire. Don't you know when I ride you? Right when I fly, you fly. Hold you closer. If you die, I die. You'll be my getaway car. I'll be your cover. Shotgun and smoke and swear we'll never leave each other. When I ride, you ride. When I ride, you ride. And even when our souls are mixing with the stars, you know I'll be right there. Even on your worst day, you wrestle in the dark. You know I'll be right there. You know I'll be right there. When I ride, you ride. When I fly, you fly. If you die, I die. You'll be my getaway car. I'll be your cover. Shotgun and smoke and swear we'll never leave each other. When I ride, you ride. When I ride, you ride. When I ride, you ride. When I ride, you ride.
Woo! Thank ya.
Thank you.
Is it weird hearing? I know it's like such a one-sided thing for a lot of artists right now when you're like doing the
Yeah.
virtual concerts, because usually it's just one of the artists like on
Alone.
their own, yeah, doing like the Instagram live
Yeah.
or whatever, and you're
exactly.
just like, I mean, you see the little hearts being tapped and
Right.
whatnot, but it's still so weird, I'm sure, to hear the
Yes.
applause you deserve.
That was an appropriate cue. Thank you.
You got it.
It's easier than stand-up, though. I was watching some stand-up the other night, and I was like, you think I need to feed off a crowd? Like, they, poor
Yeah.
things.
Well, speaking of jokes, I didn't get the chance to actually give you the rundown of what I like to do, but I have a thing that I do where I refer to them as anti-boozy jokes, like the aunt that arrives to the family gathering and they like have their double fisting situation, whether it be champagne or whatever, and they're like barely carrying the pie, and then
I respect
like,
that lady.
yeah. So I do
Yeah.
my jokes rather than call them dad jokes. I call them the anti-boozy jokes.
Yeah, anti-boozy.
And they're going to be kind of geared towards you, your life, or whatever we're discussing today. But every
Roast
time
me,
I
girl.
say one, you got to drink.
Perfect. I can handle that.
Perfect. So Bad Things and Ride, you just did the two songs back to back, and
Yeah.
those can be found. I know your preferred platform for people to check you out on is Spotify.
Sure, any DSP, anything I have out is on whatever DSP you use.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then I know that it is almost the weekend, and we're getting an amazing taste of a concert, albeit virtual. We're still getting what we all miss and love so much. And so your Venmo is just Menna Nation, at Menna Nation, right?
Yeah, Menna Nation.
So, for those of you watching, if you're enjoying, drop a buck or two or whatever.
Thanks, friends. I also
Down
have
below.
T-shirts. You can find it on my Instagram, which is at Menna Nation too. On my highlights, I have instructions on how to get a T-shirt. I designed the shirts myself, and I designed them about a song that's not written in set list. But I'm gonna work it in later because I have
Woo! Love that. So Ride, it was a very emotive and deep love song that kind of goes past that not superficial, but that just generic sort of I love you, here's a song about it standpoint, and talks about like, which is a terrifying thing for a lot of people, losing your loved one and the thought of, you know, someone being gone before the other.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was revolving around the motorcycle that your hubby drives.
Yeah.
So what do you call a laughing motorcycle, Menna?
What do you call a laughing motorcycle? I don't know.
A Yamaha.
Oh, Yamaha. We actually have a Yamaha right now, so that's perfect. I'll drink to that one.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so you I know fall, I don't know if it's been about a month since the fall season was brought upon us, which is crazy because this year is just kind of dragged on but flown by. And
Yep.
I know you've mentioned in the past that fall for you and a lot of the, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, the Nashvillians.
Yeah.
It's almost like your spring where you can decompress and relax
Yeah,
and
for
kind
sure.
of get past that more usually fast-paced summer season and then
Yes.
delve into sweater
Yes.
weather and
Yeah.
the time of the year where it really is the time of year where people are really reflective on their life. And
Yep.
um, obviously this has probably been for a lot of artists, I don't know if that includes you, but a year of just introspection and kind of having to adjust your
Yeah.
creative
Yeah.
process to what's going
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
Um, so how has that been for you? Because I know it's been a crazy year for everyone, but artists especially
Yeah.
haven't had the chance to have that same sense of creativity, I feel like.
Yeah, it's been really different. I think on the one hand, I keep like thinking I'm over it, but revisiting like just almost like grief, I think. Just grief over not playing live. Like this was for my plan, this was like the year of touring.
Mm-hmm.
So in that like I just I'm not super great at the online world, but in person I really, really, really love making individual connections
Right.
before, during, and after a show. I feel like my fan conversion, so to speak, is really good in that, like, if you don't follow me before a show, you follow me after, and like, people come up to me and talk to me about lyrics or a song, and like, I love to see grown men cry. Like, I really, really miss that, and so I think it's forced me to acknowledge almost the like kind of fear of engaging with like social media stuff. So it's been a little stop and start with that. But I've produced 6 songs while in quarantine.
Wow.
And I'm really, really, really excited about those. So those are out sometime next year. And so it's actually been a really good, I write a lot too. So I had to pause my writing schedule, and paring that back helped me assess what I have in the songs that I love, and be able to approach writing again in this next season. Like taking a break from it was really good, to be honest, and finishing stuff before, instead of just like having the high of like, what did I write today? What did I write yesterday?
Right.
Yeah, so
And
finishing things.
do you kind of maintain a rhythm when it comes to your creative process? Like, do you normally have an idea come to you or like a plot or a main theme, and then you evolve that into lyrics and then work with the melody? Or is it kind of the opposite? Like you get a melody in your head and then work the lyrics to match that style?
Well, the cool thing about music and songwriting is I feel like it's almost like the rules about love, in that as soon as you think, well, this is how it works, you got to become friends first, or you don't, meet online, don't meet online. As soon as you think, I've figured it out, you'll hear another love story that's a completely different
Mm-hmm.
way you never expected. So you listen to a podcast about songwriters, everyone has a different process. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a musician that I kind of don't listen to music a little bit. I listen to like ambient music. Like I don't really, because if I listen too much, I will hear it come out in just a little bit regurgitation and not like. So I have to really like leave a negative space. But as for like whether lyrics or melody or an idea comes first, there hasn't been a rule. There's been different seasons of trying approaches. But I will say that looking back on my catalog, I've realized that the best songs, the ones that make the cut, are usually me or a co-writer come in with a nugget that we wrote that morning or another time, because there's this like vesselness that an artist is. You
Yeah.
get like a download of something, you
Mm-hmm.
get that something that comes at you, and like, and then you hold on to those nuggets for a while. Sometimes the next day, and what co-writer you want to bring it to, or sometimes you try it in a few different rooms for like a year, and you just never know. So Terrible answer, non-answer.
No, I love it. And I feel like for the most part, there isn't really one true answer. It's just interesting because sometimes I'll hear someone will talk about a creative process and a method that they're pretty much always adhering to. And it's really interesting because it's like very specific things that I wouldn't even think of. Like, oh, well, I have to be in, my bean bag with a glass of iced tea with a lemon, but with a little bit of whiskey. Right. And it's like specific.
Setting the stage.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I go through eras. Like I'll have an era of like always wanting to write to a track and write on that kind of vibe, but that creates a type of song. And then I'll have other eras of being like, ugh, I need everyone to go away and I need to not write with anyone else for like a month and come up with little things and write half songs. And then that's kind of what I think I'm in now, is writing little halvesies at home, getting some idea of what this nugget is, and then bringing in my favorite songwriter to finish it with me and like finish creating it.
Would you rather like be a lyrical genius and a maestro and never get any sense of writer's block ever again, which I know can be part of the fun, but also not fun? Or would you rather just be pitch perfect and be able to sing any genre, any song ever, like you're the karaoke queen when you go out?
Man.
Well, when karaoke is a thing again.
Yeah, exactly. I do think that I already am a little amoebic in that, so I would choose to be an amazing musician, and I would choose the other one.
It would be so cool.
And perfect songwriter. Yeah.
You like go up for karaoke, you do like one, I don't even know, like one end of the spectrum, and then you go up and do another song a few minutes later, and you just
I feel like that's kind of where I am now. That's like the hardest thing. Like it took me years, which is why like when I sing, I really try to sing lyrics exactly how I would pronounce this and say it exactly like sing it exactly how I would say it, because which is I think another reason I don't listen to a lot of music is because my pronunciation, the way I sing, my timbre and everything can be so affected. Like I used to be like, what the hell do I even sound like? Because I can pretend to be Celine Dion or Broadway, or I can pretend to be a country. Like I can just put on all these suits. So like, I think that's why I need that negative space of like, I don't need to know what other artists are doing.
Oh, for sure. I've always thought that, like, how do these people come up with, their own unique everything when it comes to a song?
Why do they sing like that? But every time they're consistent. Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, thank you for sharing, my dear. Today's National iPod Day, which is crazy. That used to be a thing because now it's just like phone.
Oh, that's so old.
iPod, everything mixed into one.
Oh, I had so the nice Nano. To have an iPod though.
I know.
No distractions.
At one point, so I had the like bright purple iPod Nano, and I renamed it because I like name everything. I named my car. I named my iPod the Titanic because then it was funny every time. I would like plug it in and hook it up to my computer to an outlet. It'd say, "The Titanic is sinking."
Hey, that's clever. That's really dumb but clever.
And then my iPod stopped running, and it couldn't even walk, man.
was born.
And cheers.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You're like my husband's into puns too.
Oh, and good.
I'm into like I don't come up with them, but I laugh at them.
Are you an Earth sign?
I don't know. What's a Taurus?
A Taurus? Oh, no way. I was going to guess Taurus. Taurus is Earth sign. I'm an Earth sign also.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are you going to guess Taurus?
Just you have an Earth sign energy, but I didn't think you'd be Capricorn. I almost feel like you might be on the cusp or like near Gemini almost.
So Gemini the next month?
I don't know. So you're May
18th.
So Gemini is like a week after.
Okay. Dang, you're good.
But I'm a Virgo, but my moon is Taurus. I don't know if you've looked up your birth chart.
I have, and it was like too much to understand.
I know.
You have to like deep dive.
This is how I've spent my pandemic.
I do like Enneagram, and I listen to Lacey Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
I'm into that. But,
amazing.
Yeah. That's my self-help du jour.
All right, my dear. So, what do we have next on the agenda? Do you want to do another 2 back-to-back?
Sure. I'm gonna do a song called Dynamite, and then I'll do Better Days, I think.
Cool.
Dynamite is like, when I was a kid. Oh my God, what a songwriter. When I was a kid, this is about, no, this is barely about when I was a kid. Don't worry. Like I was a kid, and my mom told me, hey, like one of my friends, she's like, you need to calm down a little bit. You're just a little too much. A little too much. So for you to play with Emily, you just need to like, you're a little intense. Anyway, that kind of stuck with me. And then like, a couple other times in life, and I think this happens to women a lot. Not that my little friend had nothing wrong with her and her perception of experience, whatever. But this song is just kind of about any woman, especially who's been called too much, crazy, hysterical, like all the things that invalidate the energy and some like aggression of womanhood, that's just like
Mm-hmm.
doesn't accept that. So this is for all the girls. All right, I think I got this EQ'd right. I don't like that I'm falling for you. I don't like that I'm dynamite and you light me up like a fuse. But I like it when we touch, I like it way too much. I'm up all night thinking about what we might do. What we might do. I'm a little more gunpowder than sawdust. I'm a little more lightning than you can hold in your hands. I'm a greedy lover, I want too much. I'm a little more gunpowder than sawdust. Tell me you're a man on fire. I smell the gasoline when you're close to me. Tiptoes, careful not to trip the wire. But I wonder, would you last a week in your Springsteen jeans when we're stripped down and burned out of that wild desire? 'Cause I'm a little more gunpowder than sawdust. I'm a little more lightning than you can hold in your hands. But I'm a greedy lover, I want too much. Oh, I'm a little more gunpowder than sawdust. Oh, 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 oh. So don't give me a spark if you got something to say. And don't give me your heart if you don't want it to go up in a blaze. 'Cause I like the way you speak, your mouth makes me strong and weak. And you should know before we go down into flames. That I'm a little more gunpowder than sawdust. I'm a little more lightning than you can hold in your hands. I'm a greedy lover, I want too much. Yeah, I'm a little more gunpowder than sawdust. Oh, 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 oh. I'm a little more gunpowder than sawdust. Sorry. So So this next song is called Better Days, and I wrote it right before the pandemic, but it applies. And let's see if I can remember it. We're not breaking the same place, 'cause I've made the same mistakes. Wonder if I'll ever change when my heart's just meant to ache. When my hope is dead and gone, and I'm sinking like a stone, I remember what I know. There'll be better days. Even when I don't know, even when I don't know, even when I don't know how, and I don't know where to go. Oh, the rumble of the road stills the quiver in my soul, till I find my way. 'Cause I know there'll be better days. Even when I don't know, even when I don't know, even when I don't know how. I believe in the light, because I've seen it in darkness, and the moon only shines a reflection of the sun on the other side. I believe in the light, 'cause I've seen it in darkness, and the moon only shines a reflection of the sun on the other side. Even when I don't know, oh, even when I don't know, even when I don't know, even when I don't know how.
Woo! Thank you.
It goes out to all the depressed kids right now.
Woo. There will be better
As
days,
most of my
right?
music does. There will. People have gone through very shitty things before, and we'll do it again.
I really want to get a tattoo somewhere that says like hindsight is 2020.
Ooh.
Just like a little thing. Just so
Let's
that when
agree to
I'm,
have all of this end at the end of 2020. Let's have no spillover.
I know it's like crazy because I just keep hearing like I'm guilty of it too. I'm like, can't wait for 2020 to be over. Like it's this like false
Like it
narrative,
has to
like
end.
oh yeah, like when the ball drops. I
Yeah.
don't even know if that'll happen this year, but when it's midnight on December 31st and we're entering 2021, it'll all just like fade away. But
Do you listen to that Avenue Beat song, F 2020? Have you heard that?
I don't think I have.
Oh, it's so good. I'll send it
I'm
to you.
gonna write it down. Yeah.
Avenue Beat, everyone. They're Nashville-based girls, producers. It's called, I think it's called F 2020, and it's so, I mean, it hits it right on the nose. The lyrics are funny and perfect, and it's correct. And it's like a bop, like a party song. You're like, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Speaking of the year coming to an end, make sure if you're watching, make sure everybody watching that you're voting Please vote.
Yes, please vote.
It's important.
It really, really, really matters.
It
That's the
does.
silver lining of this. I really think is that we, as our democracy, has been one of the lowest voter turnout democracies in the world for a very long time, and that I think we've been. It's like it's a horrible analogy. Like, what did they say about like a frog in a skillet? We've been so slowly.
Guys.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you're comfortable. Like when they do bad things, it's you can get mad about it. It doesn't affect your daily life. But now it's like, oh, so we should do something. So
Well,
the voter turnout is going to be huge, and I hope that the trend carries into just an interest in affecting change.
I think the last election, it was like, I want to say 18 to like 29-year-olds or something in that realm. 18 to mid late 20s or early 30s was like the lowest voter turnout in a long time.
Yeah. And the older folks always have the highest voter turnouts because they have long lives and they see like how bad shit happens. Like they care, they're more engaged.
So we as young people, and everyone
does count, and like
it does.
And I know like a lot of times, you're like, oh, well, I'm not sure if I'm an uneducated voter, then maybe it's best that I don't vote, and that's totally a legit feeling. And you can educate yourself on the issues like a couple days before you vote. Like just take a couple hours, do some research on everybody down the ticket, which is for most, at least in Tennessee, it's a pretty short ticket. You don't have to learn about a lot of people. But you don't have to be like obsessed with politics.
No, for sure.
To vote. Like I mostly tune out and then I'm like, okay, what do I got to do? This. Okay, all right, let's get that done.
I wish I could remember. There was like I can't remember if it was a blog or just a site, and it was so helpful because it provided you with very concise, straight to the point information on not only the presidential election information,
but
I wish
I knew the name of it. It's like,
but it's individual like
ballot,
state.
Basically.
Yeah.
You're like, here's my zip code, and it's like, oh, this is your regional. This, and this is up on your. Yeah.
Because there's so many like even on like Hulu and whatnot, when they have your info, they'll like put all the prop information at you, but they kind of just brush over it as they're meant to do in their commercials. And so it can be confusing for people. But I think if you just Google whatever state you reside in, prop information or concise information, you can it's an easy read, and it kind of just can make everything less confusing.
Are you voting on props in your area right now?
So I don't know if the voting has already begun or if ballots can be submitted yet, but I'm definitely planning on doing so for California.
Oh yeah, I voted. Tennessee has a great early voting. 2 weeks of early voting. It's great. Went downtown, no line. It's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Maybe should be concerning, but there are lines elsewhere. I think no one knew you can just go straight down to like the government. Just get right in there.
What is that?
It's just like where all the government stuff is.
Quick like full 180 right now. So we were talking about how you like hairy feet earlier.
Don't get me started.
So and your phone, we were
upset.
We were dealing with your phone ringing and you not knowing where it was. So why did the Hobbit put his phone on silent?
Damn, girl, that is fast. Okay, why did the Hobbit put his phone on silent?
Because he was bored of the rings.
Oh.
So basically, yeah,
hit
so
me right
sorry.
in the fandom.
So, oh god, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. Mariatic Brandy Buck.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Is he watching?
If you're watching out there, Mariatic, then comment below. Oh my gosh.
He was like the clever, like strong Hobbit. God, it's so gross. I had such a crush on Dominic Monaghan, who plays Mary, but I had a crush on Mary the Hobbit, not even the actor, because Dominic Monaghan was also in Lost, and I tried to watch that, and I was like,
I Yeah, I had the spoiler given to me about like 3 episodes in, and even though I'm a big fan of Ian Somerhalder from
Oh
Vampire
yeah.
Diaries, and it's funny, he
They're
ended
like
up
hot dudes.
marrying Nikki Reed. She played Rosalie in the Twilight series,
Oh
and they're both
really?
like from vampire like
Rosalie.
separate
She was the
franchises.
ginger, right? Is that the ginger
Um,
one?
in like I think the Breaking Dawn
Yeah, I didn't. That's
parts, but
it's not my
Twilight, she's like the
fandom.
blonde kind of.
Oh,
She's
okay.
the bitchy one that
I
is
don't know.
rude, but
I'm
she's
sorry.
also a
I should have
boss.
watched that before this. That one missed
uh,
me. I didn't read, so no, that's not true. I read Lord of the Rings. Those are thick. That's about it.
I've only ever like ended up watching any of the Lord of the Rings like just random nights. My friends and I are like, let's just make a drinking game out of this. We don't know anything about it,
My
but
husband's not into it. Frustrates me.
I do
I
like
haven't
Harry
watched it in
Potter,
years.
but
I'm alright. Yeah, that one.
I feel like it's
I
one or
mean, I
the other
should.
normally for people.
Yeah, I think I like. Well, actually, here's a weird thing. When I was a kid, my parents were really conservative, and we like couldn't read Harry Potter because it was like witchcraft. But Lord of the Rings was okay because he was a Christian.
What? Oh, okay,
But like, and then
okay.
but then like later, I mean, now they like my little siblings can read Harry Potter, and I'm like, oh, you guys relax now. You used to be
Yeah.
strict.
Speaking of British people, why do British people pronounce water water?
Oh, something about tea. Because I took the tea. I don't know. It's gonna be funny. I just ruined it.
I usually allow about 7 seconds, and then I just
No,
start
you
going
should
for it.
blurt it. I just
They don't want to have tea in the water again.
no. I'm the worst. My husband like he loves Twitter, and so he's like,
Yes.
"Is this funny?" And I'll be like, "No." I'm the worst critic ever. But if he
Speaking of,
doesn't like a song of mine, he's not. He doesn't pretend. He's like,
it's fair.
"It's not as good as the stuff you've written recently," and I'm like, "Fuck you."
When's his zodiac, or when is he born? Is
He's a
he?
Cancer. What does that mean?
Oh,
I
nothing.
think we're a
Just
good match. We're supposed to be. I don't know.
is he a cusp or full Cancer? It's his birthday.
25th.
25th of
Don't catch me
of June of June.
So early,
Oh,
right? Because
okay.
it's
So
22
that's
is a
interesting. So
changeover.
you have the like almost Gemini but Taurus cusp, but then he has the very much almost Gemini Cancer cusp. Maybe that's why you
Oh.
guys get along. Because Gemini's right in between
And
Taurus
what's the thing of
and
the
Cancer.
Gemini thing? It's like kids, right? Like I don't know.
Geminis are basically said to be like two-faced, but not to say like
Yeah.
you're fake. If you're a Gemini, it's more like you are a very like chameleon-like person.
Yeah. I'm socially amoebic for sure. Like I'll mirror whatever. I will balance the room if someone is a lot of energy, then I'm like, hi, all right, everyone, let's calm down. But I'm a 9 if you're into Enneagram, which I'm not sure if that's your thing. So I don't really know who I am.
Well, Gemini, so Gemini and then Virgo, which that's my earth sign is Virgo, and then Sagittarius and Pisces, those are the 4 mutable signs, which also happen to be like the main signs, the 4, if you look up like mutable signs, zodiac, serial killers, all these like Ted Bundy, like all these like huge crazy serial killers are mutable signs. Not talking about like earth, air,
I could totally have a
water,
cult.
fire, but
I know
it's
not the
because
same,
you
but
like every mutable sign, even if you're like a cusp, can take on that chameleon like
yeah.
absorption of energy and like ability to
Yeah.
mold yourself to what's going on, and that's why all those serial killers were those 4
It's
signs.
so charming.
So
I always think I could be a really good cult leader. I would totally have a cult. Not I would, I could.
what would your dress code be?
Belly's out.
Love it.
Belly's out.
Oh my god, I don't even know how we
What
got
would
to
your
this point.
dress
I'm gonna
code
have to
be?
rewatch this
Yeah. Sorry,
later.
anyone watching. So you can see, can you see people? Because I feel like it's just us.
No,
I feel like people are just
I know. I
tuning
keep
into our
forgetting.
FaceTime call.
I
Like,
know.
hey,
Hey,
I'm a
Menna, would
Taurus,
you have
but
me
I'm on the
lunch?
cusp, so.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you to everyone who's been watching. If you're still out there.
Apologies to everyone who's been watching.
Oh boy. So as you can see, this like crazy stack and then some of butter stuff behind me. If you know and love butter, as I'm sure a lot of you watching do, in addition to Menna's music, then you can find the links below that not only are going to direct you to our website, where you can either receive a shipment directly through us and mix and match your case, or you can type in on our wine finder your particular zip code, which will then pop up a handful or a dozen different local supermarkets or liquor stores that are going to host our products. Find them that way. And then there's this dope app, Drizzly, that I wish had been a thing when I was in college and like would struggle to walk on Sunday mornings to get some hair of the dog. Now it's a thing where you can just get your wine and beer and booze delivered to you in like less than an hour. So we're also on there.
That's good. I used Drizzly when I worked in live TV. I used to work in hospitalities and stock trailers and stuff, and I would have that delivered to set. Butter. So if you like butter stuff, what's butter? Describe it.
It is a buttery and delicious Chardonnay. Easy to love, easy to drink, screw top, easy weeknight or weekend wine.
I will say, like, I'm not even like a red drinker. I'm a champagne drinker because my friend Amanda clued me into the fact that you can just have champagne anytime.
Oh, yeah.
Just anytime. You're allowed to just have champagne.
Well, we have our California version of that. Yes. This is our toast dry sparkling. So we like to get straight to the point with our easy to love stuff. We've got toast, we've got butter, we've got jam, and we've got sugar.
Okay, so I'll be ordering a box of toast.
I think we can send you some, but sure. Order some too.
My point was I'm not a red drinker, and this is really good.
Is that our jam?
I have no idea. It was the red one.
Yeah. Does it look like this?
Yes. It was jam. Yep. That's what it tastes like then. You're right. That's totally what it is. It's it's not overly acidic. It's like and not overly it like has body, but it's not like greasy. Does that make sense?
Well, it's got enough of that backbone to where you could pair it with like a steak dinner, but it's not so overwhelming to drink on its own. Like it's a nice happy medium, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, it has just the right little bit of sweet to balance it, but it's not sweet.
Exactly.
All right.
And there was your jam seller's plug.
Usually I drink out of a box.
Oh no.
No, just kidding. Just kidding. Usually I drink. I told you I drink cheap champagne.
It's all right. We've all been there. All right. So, Menna, my dear, we've got about 10 minutes till closing time. Why don't we just jump into 2 songs, and then if we have time, we'll talk real briefly, and then maybe get half a song in.
Cool. So this is, I'm just going to play a cover, even though you just have to wait for the other ones. I'll just play the other ones another time. This is Nick Jonas's Jealous, and when this song came out, it was so infectiously good. But then it got a little bit of ruffled little feathers with my fellow feminists for being like, oh, don't like validate male, whatever. And it really, as much as all that matters, that all really, really matters. But as a songwriter, it spoke to me in that songwriting is not always it's not always instruction. It's not always a parable. It's not always a moral. It's not always like, sometimes songwriting is capturing a feeling, whether that's correct or not, you know? So that's what I love about Jealous is that I honestly, like back when we could go out, I love going out and knowing that like me and my fine ass husband, like I'm taking that home. You know what I mean? But like people can look, dude. You know, enjoy. But that's mine, and I just think like that's not a perfect and correct way to be. That's a bit codependent, but but that's okay. Sometimes songs are written about feelings, human feelings. So I just put a cover of Jealous out today with Tyler Ward, who's awesome, and he engineered it and produced it, and it was such a delight. It just came, what we did, it was like effortless and easy, and he was very like, he was like a conductor, not like a, not like this,
Not like
and not like a train, neither of those, like a metal. Such a weirdo.
Oh.
He was a conductive.
Conducer? Or is that wrong? I don't know. I have an expo marker in my hand. Who knows?
No, you're good.
Just
like
writing.
He was good at conducting. Like whatever I had creatively, he would say, "Oh, yeah, let's do that," and just try to capture it. And it's really nice to work with people who want to flow and remove the blocks that keep creative flow from happening. And just like it was really fun and really smooth. So we put this cover out, and yeah, you can check it out on whatever you listen to. And I'm going to try to remember what key it's in. Oh, it's in D, which is an easy, my favorite key. I don't like the way it's looking at you. And I'm starting to think you want him too. Am I crazy? Have I lost you? Even though I know you love me, I can't help it. I turn my chin music up and I'm puffing my chest. I'm getting ready to face you. Can call me obsessed. It's not your fault that they hover. I mean no disrespect. It's my right to be hellish. I still get jealous. You're too sexy, beautiful, and everybody wants to taste. That's why I still get jealous. You're too sexy, beautiful, and everybody wants to taste. That's why I still get jealous. I wish you didn't have to post it all. I wish you'd save a little bit just for me. Yeah, protective or possessive. Call it passive or aggressive. I turn my chin music up and I'm puffing my chest. I'm getting ready to face you. Can call me obsessed. It's not your fault that they hover. I mean no disrespect. It's my right to be hellish. I still get jealous. You're too sexy, beautiful, and everybody wants a taste. That's why I still get jealous. You're too sexy, beautiful, and everybody wants a taste. That's why I still get jealous. You're the only one invited. See, there's no one else but you, babe. And you know I get excited. You get jealous too. I turn my chin music up and I'm puffing my chest. I'm getting ready to face you. Can call me obsessed. It's not your fault that they hover. I mean no disrespect. It's my right to be hellish. I still get jealous. I still get jealous. I still get jealous. Oh, that's why I still get jealous. Oh, that's why I still get jealous. Oh, Nick. I really like that song. So I'm gonna play one more, and I switched it. I think I'm gonna do a song called "Hurt You." So this is it's written from the perspective of a gun, and I go back and forth in shows between telling people that and not telling people that, because it's also its own experience without knowing that. So I don't know. Do what you will. Hear that nugget or don't hear it. Do your thing. You know my nature, but you like that I'm cold to the touch. Ignore the danger in favor of the rush. You like me all polished up, show me off every chance that you get, but you'll run out of luck. You can't keep winning in Russian roulette. It's like you forget, like you forget. I was made to hurt you, rip you up, leave little holes in your heart. You think I'm here to serve you, that you've got control, so you let down your guard, and you feel safe with me, so you sleep with me. When it all backfires, you put the blame on me, but it's not my fault. No, I was made to hurt you. Intoxicated, you lust for my firepower, but I'm just playing the only way I know how. You think I'll obey? Oh, you made a mistake. Ooh, was it made for just in case? No, baby, you know I was made to hurt you, rip you up, leave little holes in your heart. You think I'm here to serve you, that you've got control, so you let down your guard, and you feel safe with me, so you sleep with me. When it all backfires, you put the blame on me, but it's not my fault. No, I was made to hurt you. Got a man down, another one, man down, man down. I got a man down, another one. I got a man down, another one, man down, man down. I got a man down, another one. 'Cause I was made to hurt you. Ooh, leave little holes in your heart. You think I'm here to serve you, but you lost control, so you let down your guard, and you feel safe with me, so you sleep with me. When it all backfires, you put the blame on me, but it's not my fault. No, I was made to hurt you. Another one, man down, man down. I got a man down, another one. I got a man down, another one, man down. I got a man down, another one. Could you hear the thunder?
Oh, I thought that was like
Oh my
someone shuffling
gosh.
some like big box
No,
or
it's
something.
storming outside right
Oh,
now. I was
wow.
like, and it would hit like the coolest spots, and I'd be like, yes, earth,
And
sky,
earth,
sky,
signs.
water, lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That was
thank
really
you
great.
so much. And I had to get this last joke off my chest because you did jealous. So if I literally had a poster next to my bed when I was a teenager of Nick Jonas. I was obsessed. And if I could choose any Jonas brother to have lunch outside with, I would pick Nick.
I would do it inside. Just kidding.
Oh. And with that.
And with that. Yes. That's Menna.